Alexander, come back to sleep.
I have an early meeting out of town.
Hold on, it would not be Hamilton without the microphone. I am not throwing away my shot. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Hi guys. Welcome to my YouTube video. In my last video, my Twilight video, I said that my next video was going to be about something spooky. Because in the month of October, I was going to dedicate it to fall spooky things. So why am I talking about Hamilton, you ask? Because in my opinion, having a husband like Hamilton is about the spookiest thing that can happen to a woman. Eliza's love story is a horror movie. And that's what I'm here to argue today. I hate Hamilton, the man. I love the play. I clickbaited you there. I love the play. I think it's the best play I've ever seen in my entire life. The songs are incredible. I'm so serious. Best musical I've ever seen. I hate Alexander Hamilton. I hate the man. I hate him. And that is what I'm here to talk about today. Now, big fat disclaimer, I am Moroccan Canadian. Born in Morocco, raised in Canada. I know nothing about American history. I think George Washington is the first president of America. Yup. And that's it. Hamilton was a founding father. I know nothing about American history. I'm here to simply talk about the contents of the play. The play is basically like historical fan fiction. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. I'm not here to talk about anything that actually happened in history. Matter of fact, the majority of the war stuff that's happening, I don't care about and I will not go into it. I'm just here to talk about the relationship that Hamilton had with his wife and Aaron Burr specifically. If you've never seen Hamilton, I highly urge you to go experience it for yourself. It's just that good. It's just that good. It's long. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. It is on Disney Plus. I don't have Disney Plus, but I do have bootleg websites where you can watch it. I'll hook you up. The play is entirely musical. Every single bit of dialogue that you hear is either rapped or sung in the play. It's very unique. I've never seen something like that before, and I just love it so much, and it's just so good. And so if you've never seen Hamilton, this video will not do it justice. It will not do it justice. I will be talking about and explaining what happens in the play. I highly urge you to go experience it for yourself. It's just that good. This story is about the life and death of Alexander Hamilton. Life and death. It starts when he's about 19 years old, and it ends when he dies at the age of 47. He was, apparently, I guess, he was one of the founding fathers of America. Don't ask me anything about that. In the play, they say he's the $10 founding father without a father. That's such a creative line. That's such a creative line. So Hamilton right here, he was an orphan. So the opening song is called Alexander Hamilton, and this is an opening song. This is how you hook an audience. The first time I listened to this, I was like, oh my god, I'm really going to be here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I thought I would just put it on, have something playing in the background, not pay attention to it. It hooked me, and it kept me there for 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is how you do an opening song. And in the opening song, they tell us that Hamilton was an orphan. His dad abandoned him and his mom at a very young age. And then his mom died of something. I don't know. It's the 1700s. People used to stub their toe and die. I don't know what she died of. But Hamilton survived. He was known for his writing. In the song, it says, put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain. Oh my gosh, such good writing. He was left with nothing when he moved to New York in the late 1770s. He meets Aaron Burr, and the first time he meets him, he tells him, shut the fuck up. Talk less. Smile more. You should be seen and not heard. Stop talking. Stop talking. He quite literally says to him, fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. He has been warning him. Shut the fuck up or I will kill you. Hamilton tells Burr that he wants to do what he did, which is go to school, graduate, and join the revolution. What is the revolution, you ask? Right now, in this play, in history, America is trying to gain its independence from Britain. Me, I'm trying to gain my independence from Britain. And then that's when we meet John Lawrence, Lafayette, and Hercules Mulligan. I'm not going to talk about them at all. I just wanted to mention them because I love them. I'm a Hercules Mulligan girl. Let me know if you're a Lafayette girl or a John Lawrence girl. No one is a Hamilton girl. That man sucks. No one likes Hamilton. I'll get to that in a sec. Then we get to my shot. My shot. This is Hamilton's I Want song. Each character in this play gets an I Want song where they tell us what they want out of life, and this is Hamilton's song. And what he wants is for America to become an independent colony and for him to be in the revolution against Britain. He says, meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. Then King George turns around, runs a spending spree. I'm not gonna rap. He ain't never gonna set his descendants free, so there will be a revolution in this century. This man wants a revolution right then and there. And I don't blame him, me too. I want a revolution right now, in 2025. His whole life, because he's been an orphan and never had any family, he never really belonged anywhere. So he wants to create a legacy and a life for his descendants. That's what he wants out of life. And he says, I imagine death so much it feels like a memory. When is it gonna get me? I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. And for the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow. So this revolution is giving him hope for a brighter, better future for all. For the first time in his life, he has hope and he's not throwing away his shot. Notice how nowhere in this song is he saying, I want a wife and kids. My priority is a wife and kids. All I want to do with my life is have a family and a wife and kids. He never says that because that's not what he cares about. What he cares about is making a name for himself, a legacy for himself. The revolution is his number one priority. Pay attention to that because oh boy is it pertinent. Then we meet the king played by Jonathan Groff. Oh, this cast is so talented. Oh my god. And obviously, England is not happy about America's independence. I skipped the majority of the King's songs because I can't do spit. I can't do spit. Spit makes me uncomfortable. Spit makes me... I can't do it. I can't do it. So I usually skip his songs. Even when I'm listening to it on Spotify, I feel like I can hear the spit. I can't do it. But I did listen to it for the sake of this video, and one of my favorite lines, he says... When push comes to shove, I will kill you and your family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da! And I think that perfectly embodies British imperialism. And that's when we meet George Washington. He looks like my dad. I just thought you should know that. He looks exactly like my dad. This man could be... Look at us. We're twins. Hi, Dad. Oh my god, people my age are having kids. Aaron Burr wants to work for George Washington, but he dismisses him and hires Hamilton instead. And Hamilton becomes his right-hand man, thus planting the seeds of disdain between Burr and Hamilton. So it's already starting. There's this rivalry. Whoa. Am I having a stroke? Rivalry between Burr and Hamilton. Burr can't stand him. No one can. I'll get to that. When I tell you Burr can't stand Hamilton, he called him bastard, orphan, son of a whore, obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth bother. Me too, Burr. Me too. Then we meet the Schuyler sisters. I'm looking for a mind that work. Hey! The Schuyler sisters are Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy. Peggy is an unproblematic queen. She is not relevant to the story. I just need you to know about Angelica and Eliza. They come from a wealthy family. Angelica is the oldest. Eliza is the middle or maybe the youngest. I think she's the middle child. She's younger than Angelica. And Angelica is telling us she's looking for a mind at work, which I took that to mean that she's looking for a smart man. So at a winter's ball, Hamilton meets the Schuyler sisters. And Burr says, if you marry one of them, you'll be rich. And that freak of nature says, is it a question of if or which one? Meaning he doesn't care which one he marries. He just needs one of them so he can finally have some money. Yeah, I'm already accusing him of things. That's right, yeah. That's when Eliza sings Helpless. Incredible song. I am telling you, the talent in this cast is unmatched. She allegedly, apparently, falls in love with Hamilton as soon as she sees him. I'm not trying to throw accusations around, but I can buy real estate on that forehead. She tells her older sister Angelica that she wants him. She wants him bad. And so Angelica introduces the two of them, and they get married like a few weeks later. He says to Eliza, I I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, a dollop of fame. All I have is my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits, and a top-notch brain. He's got nothing. He brings absolutely nothing. And it's fine. It's fine. If you are just a good man, you don't have to have money and wealth and all this stuff. As long as you're just a good, loyal, honest man, then that's fine. At their wedding is when Angelica sings Satisfied, another banger. From Alexander Hamilton to My Shot, to Satisfied, to Helpless, to Wait for It, to Guns and Ships, to Yorktown. It's banger after banger after banger after banger. This soundtrack is insane, but Satisfied is possibly my number one favorite. I don't know, every week it changes, but for right now, Satisfied is my favorite. She reveals during Satisfied that she also fell in love with Hamilton when she first saw him at the Winter's Ball. But because her sister Eliza wants him, she stepped aside and let her have him. She said, "But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes in a hunger-paying frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name." Really? Really? This guy? This guy? You saw him? He said hi, you forgot your name? This guy? She goes on to say, he's penniless. He's flying by the seat of his pants. Oh, what a catch. Handsome, boy does he know it. Peach fuzz and he can't even grow it. So you're telling me no money to his name, and he can't even grow a full beard. He can't even connect it. God, I hate Hamilton. Oh my God, I hate this guy. I hate myself. She then states 3 reasons why she gave him up, quote unquote. She said, "I'm a girl in a world in which my only job is to marry rich." Okay, let me be quiet. And Hamilton is broke. Number 2, she knows that she's a Schuyler sister. She has wealth, and she knows he only wants her for her wealth, and she doesn't want that for herself. And number 3, Eliza wants him. So she steps aside and says, "Eliza, here's your man." And she says, "I will never be satisfied." That is her biggest regret in the world. That's her biggest regret in the world. Giving up Hamilton. She won't regret it anymore, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Because I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York City is and city is. But Alexander is penniless. Oh, doesn't mean I want a penniless. That makes me want him less. Anyways, war happens. They're fighting. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Some guy named Lee was shit-talking Washington. Okay? So they challenge him to a duel. Lee gets shot, but lives. Washington was pissed, and he sends Alexander home to his wife. When Alexander Hamilton goes home, he finds out his wife is pregnant. So poor Eliza is pregnant in the 1700s, where you sneeze and you die. I can't even imagine giving birth without a hospital, without doctors around. Oh my God, it sounds like a nightmare. But she's pregnant. Her husband's off to war. He says, "Will you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life?" She says, "I relish being your wife." That's how madly in love she is with him. She loves this guy. She doesn't care that he doesn't have any money. She doesn't care about any of that. She just loves him for who he is. She says to him, "Just stay alive. That would be enough." The bar is in. She set the bar so low. There is no way he could disappoint her. Right? There's no way he could do something to hurt her, because she set the bar down here, all the way down here. Just stay alive, that would be enough. You just gotta be alive and be here for me. That's it. If this child shares a fraction of your smile, that would be enough. Holy crap. He struck gold with this wife. I hope he treats her well. She said, "So long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. I don't need you to have wealth. I don't need you to have anything except be here. Just be here. All I'm looking for is for you to be here." That's how low the bar is. And what does he do? He immediately goes back to war. As we already established in My Shot, all this man wants to do is fight in the revolution. That's his number one priority. and to build a new America. So him having a wife and kids, that is not his priority. He does not care about that. All he cares about is the revolution. In Yorktown, incredible song. Hercules Mulligan spies on the British government, blah, blah, blah. They win! Woohoo! America has gained its independence from England. Yes. And then Philip Hamilton is born. And Hamilton is a dad now. I hope he'll be a good dad. So after the war, they go back to New York and he starts working alongside Burr as lawyers. And they are clashing. Him and Burr do not get along. Burr can't stand that man. And neither can I, Burr. Neither can I. Burr says, why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. This man has been threatening him for years. He's been threatening him for years. He said, shut the fuck up or I kill you. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? One day that attitude will be your doom and I'll make sure of it. Burr is a hater. I feel Burr. I feel Burr on a spiritual level. So George Washington becomes the first president of the United States, blah, blah. When I tell you I don't care about this. And Hamilton becomes the first secretary of the Treasury. So Hamilton's doing well. And it's really bothering Burr. Because Burr is saying, we started at the very same time, but Hamilton began to climb. He's way, way ahead of me. And it's pissing him off. Because he became the Secretary of the Treasury, he has to leave New York to work alongside Washington, I assume. In Washington? I don't know. Did they name the states yet? I have no idea. And obviously his wife and mother of his child, possibly children, is not happy about that. And Angelica reminds us that he will never be satisfied. Meaning this life of being home with his wife and kids, that will never make him satisfied. He will always want more. He will always strive for more. And Angelica goes on to marry a wealthy man, but she's still in love with Hamilton. About 9 years goes by, and Hamilton is consumed by his job. Hannah, don't yell. He didn't know his own son's birthday. Eliza had to remind him. Your son's 9 years old today.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet.
She had to remind him. And then he meets Philip Hamilton like he just met him for the first time. He says, hey, our kid is pretty great. Did you just meet him? It's been 9 years. The kid is 9 years old. You just met him? Deadbeat, loser of a father, no money, can't even take care of his kids. Eliza has all the money. She comes from money. So she's like, I got you. I can take care of it. Just be here and be here for our child. He can't even do that. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Meanwhile, he's sending letters back and forth to Angelica, right? Whole time, he's corresponding with Angelica. I think he likes her too. So he's trying to keep Angelica around whilst also having his wife. Angelica, I judge you for that. I really do. I know you love him. When you step aside and you let your sister have him, you let your sister have him. Why are you writing him letters? And then Angelica starts going into psychosis, trying to figure out the meaning of a comma. My dearest, comma, Angelica, what does that mean? So now I'm finding out that Hamilton, the man who's known for his writing, he wrote the other 51 for fuck's sake. He's known for his writing. He can't even punctuate. Why do you write like you're running out of time? He writes so damn fast, like he's mentally, like he's sick, that he doesn't even take time to punctuate properly. Oh, that college education man can't punctuate. So this is the catch. No money to his name, no loyalty, only cares for his job, doesn't even know his kid's birthday, and now I'm finding out the one thing he's good at, he can't even do right. He can't even write. So Eliza, Angelica, and the kids go on vacation upstate, and guess who can't join them? Guess who has to work? Hamilton. Angelica was singing a little too loudly in Take a Break. A little too loudly for if I was Eliza, I would be side-eyeing my sister. Why you're singing a little too loud. You're too eager to spend time with my husband, Angelica. So, we've established that Alexander Hamilton is the worst. Okay, so he has no money, no nothing. He is very accomplished at his job, right? He did do a lot. He's one of the founding fathers of America. Great, 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 great. Fantastic. He's a deadbeat. Not around for his kids. Not around for his wife. Doesn't spend any time with his wife and kids because he's busy with work. So now they go on vacation upstate. He's left alone in New York. I hope he stays loyal to his wife. He says, "You've never seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Didn't your wife just tell you to take a break? You just don't want to spend time with her because you hate her. You hate your wife. You hate your wife." Then he goes on to say, "Longing for Angelica, missing my wife." I'm going to say that again. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. Do you know how crazy that sentence is? And then he says, "That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walks into my life." Yup. Yup. Who's shocked? Who's shocked that the man who hates his wife cheats on his wife? I'm like so angry right now. I just need a minute. I'm gonna yell again. Then this man has the gall and gumption to ask me, "How do I say no to this? I don't know how to say no to this." Hey, bud. Why don't you think about your wife and kids? Why don't you think about your wife and kids? Because I'm pretty sure Philip said he had a little sister. So at this point they have 2 kids, maybe more, in the play. You have multiple kids and a wife. And you want to ask me, how do I say no to cheating on them? How do I say no to this? She spread her legs, led me to her bed. I had no choice. I had no choice but to sleep with her. I had no choice. No choice but to cheat on my wife. This is the part that really pissed me off. He said about Miss Mariah Reynolds, he said, "But my God, she looks so helpless." And that really pissed me off. Helpless is Eliza's I Want song, and who she wants is Hamilton. When she's around him, she feels helpless. She feels lost. And for him to describe his mistress as helpless is really, really pissing me off. Really, really pissing me off. He keeps this up for a whole month, repeatedly cheating on his wife for a month. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds' husband finds out, and he blackmails him. He says, "Pay up or I tell your wife." So he pays up. A bunch of stuff happens. I don't care about the politics of this play, if I'm being honest. But Burr gets his I Want song, and what he wants is to be in the room where it happens. This is an incredible song. I'm going to need you to go watch that performance. The way he spins and they remove the tablecloth and he lands on the table. Oh my god, it's impeccable. So there was a secret meeting with Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, and some other guy, I don't know. And basically Burr wants to be involved. And he resents how quickly Hamilton is becoming successful. And he wants to be in the room where it happens. Keep in mind, nobody likes Hamilton. Nobody. George Washington is the only one who did and kept him on his side. Thomas Jefferson specifically despises Hamilton. Nobody likes this guy. George Washington was the only one who did, and he died. R.I.P. Dad. John Adams becomes the next president, and Thomas Jefferson is vice president, and they fire Hamilton, and they said they are trying to ruin him. Bro, nobody likes this guy. Nobody likes him. So they find a bunch of pay stubs that Hamilton made out to Mr. Reynolds, and they accuse him of stealing government funds, but then he tells them that he was having an affair, and he paid off Mr. Reynolds to keep him quiet. So they tell him they'll keep his affair secret, and they won't tell anyone, and he goes and publicizes the affair himself. He writes the Reynolds pamphlet detailing his affair with Mariah Reynolds and publishes it for everyone to read, thereby embarrassing and humiliating his wife. And he says, most of them at my own house. The majority of the time, he brought this woman back to his house, cheated on her where he and his wife sleep. This man is so hated that everybody is celebrating his demise, the King of England included. And then we are reminded of his wife. I love the way Reynolds' pamphlet ends and immediately goes into burn. Oof, because they say his poor wife, and then you hear the piano. It's incredible. Burn, incredible song. Philippa, first of all, Philippa is such a 1700s name, but oh, the talented woman that you are. As every single person in this cast is so talented. They're insane. Philippa, Renee, Jasmine, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The Schuyler sisters, they're so good. She says in the song, "You published the letters she wrote to you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed. In clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless. You are paranoid in every paragraph, how they perceive you." Confirmation number 2. This man can't write for shit. Whole time he's known for his writing. And we're finding out he can't write for shit. Can't punctuate. Sentences border on senseless. Nonsensical. That man doesn't know how to do anything. He can't do anything right. He worked for the government. Nobody liked him. He gets fired. As a husband, he was a liar and a cheater. She had to find out at the same time as everybody. From a pamphlet, for fuck's sake. Oh my god, I hate this guy. And then she burns all the letters that he sent her and removes herself from the narrative. Many years go by and Philip Hamilton is now 19 years old. And he's hearing this man talk shit about his father. Because his father is a loser and a cheater. Then he challenges this guy to a duel to honor his deadbeat loser father. Great. Alexander then gives him the genius idea of going to a duel to not even fight. Here, take my gun. And then point it at the sky. Don't even fight. What is the point of going to a duel if you're not even going to duel? Do the honorable thing, son, and don't shoot. Shoot it at the sky. And what happens to Philip? He dies. And now Eliza, who got cheated on, humiliated, abandoned, now lost her son as well. And I know, Hamilton also lost a child. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. As much as I hate Hamilton, I feel bad for the guy. But why would you send your son off to a duel and then tell him not to even duel? What the hell's the point of a duel? Tell him to be a coward and stay home. At least he'll be alive. Hello! But Eliza and Alexander get back together to work through their grief. So now you think, he lost everything. He lost his job. He lost his career. He lost his wife. And he lost his child. Now he finally gets his wife back. He's finally going to settle down and focus on his wife. And he's finally going to put his wife and his family first. Right? Nope. There's an election, and the people want to hear who Hamilton will endorse. So he drops everything and just goes back to work. In this new election, Jefferson is going up against Burr. For some reason, the people want to know who Hamilton will endorse, even though no one likes that guy. I don't understand why the people want to hear from him. But he says, Jefferson has my vote. I never agreed with Jefferson once. We have fought on like 17 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs, Burr has none. Burr has always been this kind of guy who keeps all of his cards close to his chest. He doesn't like to reveal what he's up to, what he believes. So how can Hamilton endorse him when he doesn't know his beliefs? Okay, I understand it. Because Jefferson becomes president, Hamilton has kept Burr from the room where it happens for the last time. Burr asked to meet Hamilton face to face, right? To talk about it. Hamilton shows up, and I kid you not, he shows up with an itemized list of 30 years of disagreement between the two of them. If I want something bad, and I don't get it, right, because of this person, and I ask to meet with them to talk, and they show up with a list of 30 years of disagreement, I would have to shoot them. I would have to shoot them. And he did. Burr is officially done with Hamilton, so he challenges him to a duel. Burr is better than me. I would have shot him right then and there. At least Burr gave him some time. He said, meet me at this place and time for the duel. He gave you time to say goodbye to your wife. He gave you time to talk to people. I would have shot him right then and there. I'm not even a violent person. Hamilton might make me violent. He might make me violent. Because what the fuck are you talking about? You kept me from the room where it happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I'm asking you to come chat. You show up with an itemized list of 30 years of disagreement? I will stab you in the neck with this pen, Hamilton! Yeah! So it's the morning of the duel, and this is where we get the famous TikTok trend Eliza says, come back to bed. Be with me. Just choose me for once. Just pick me. Love me. Choose me. And he's like, nah, I gotta go. I gotta go. I'd rather be dead than be here. That's literally what he does. She said, come back to bed. That would be enough. She keeps setting the bar so low. So low. So low. And yet this man disappoints anyways. So at the duel, Hamilton, of course, shoots at the sky. Burr shoots him. Hamilton, dead. He told him, I'm so sorry. Like, I hate to be... Burr's even said himself, like, I'm the villain of the story. But I would argue Hamilton is the villain of the story. I don't know. I feel like I understand Burr. So Hamilton is dead. And who stays alive to honor his legacy? Eliza. The woman he wronged. He abandoned her, he cheated on her, he embarrassed her, and she lived another 50 years. She built an orphanage in New York to take care of children just like him, and she honored his legacy. So at the end of the movie, they ask, who lives, who dies, who tells your story? The people you don't deserve, apparently. Because Hamilton did not deserve Eliza. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I hate Hamilton. So, what are some pros and cons of this play? Cons, there are none. There are no cons. I cannot come up with a single one. Pros, impeccable song. Some of my favorites are My Shot, Helpless, Satisfied, Wait for It, Guns and Ships, Yorktown, Take a Break, Say No to This, The Room Where It Happens, One Last Time, Burn, and Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story. These are impeccable songs. This is not in any order. This cast is extremely talented. It's actually insane. It's actually insane. Like, holy crap. The vocals, the rap, the choreography, it's all so good. The writing is insane. Lin-Manuel Miranda might actually be a genius. Because the way he writes, please just go experience it for yourself. I hate you, Alexander Hamilton. I love Hamilton. I hate Alexander. There it is. Alexander, come back to sleep. I have an early meeting out of town. Still dark outside. I know. I just have to write something down. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Come back to bed, that would be enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more of this beautiful face. I am not throwing away my shot. Ayo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Look around, look around. Oh my god, the performance at the Emmys was so good. Or is it the Tonys? Whatever. Good performance. Goodbye.